Gather round, friends, new and old, and welcome to the Roast and Toast podcast. We are your hosts, Jenny, Philip, and David.
Hello, guys. How's it going, Philip? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. My back, ever since I've been cupped, has been feeling a lot better,
Good.
I must say. But speaking of my back, me and the girlfriend went for an adventure this past week, and we went to the Arizona Tattoo Expo. And there was a lot there, a lot of, obviously, as you can guess, tattoos, and things that were in the realm that you can closely kind of figure out, you know, silicone hands that other tattoo artists could experiment on, this and that, just small stuff that you would think of, like piercing stalls as well that aren't necessarily just tattoos, yada yada. But the live entertainment aspect is what I want to highlight of what I saw this week, because I thought of both you, Jenny, and you, David, while during this, because amongst the hourly entertainment things that they had scheduled throughout the entire expo, which wasn't, that long to get through, the hourly entertainment that existed, the one that we happened to stumble upon that was in our slot that we just got in for, was a gentleman who was, by all accounts, normal looking, then took off his shirt and went in front of a drum set. That's why I thought of David. And then there was a dolly system that was on top of him, where he then connected two holes in his back to this dolly system that had connecting tethers, and somebody kicked the chair out from which he was sitting on, and he continued to drum all right to a metal song, while hovering and holding on by the sheer force of the piercings on his back, which began to show that he is but human. He is only a man. And it was here's the thing, is that if you're going to do something like this with shock and awe, you need the next level of showmanship. That initial gross feature of of what David said, it only lasts for so long before you're just left with a disgusting pit in your stomach, and it no longer becomes cute to see the guy stand by himself, just focusing on drumming, pushing past the pain, and seeing holes where there should not be holes in a man's back. So I thought of both of you, because I know, Jenny, you love horror shows, and David, you enjoy drumming. So that was my week. It was traumatic and scarring on all levels.
Wow.
Either one of you have anything slightly less jarring to your week or weekend?
Yeah, mine is about today, actually. Today, this is a free you're welcome, since it's not our mini segment this week. My mom needed help cleaning out our bins that we put out on the street, our trash cans, the big ones. And if you have like tension, or like you really want to let go of some steam, get yourself a pressure washer. It's good fun, and it's a great way to
like release tension.
Yeah, to just release your frustrations. Like pressure washer, it's extremely satisfying. So that's what I did today, and I got myself. I still haven't had the chance to shower since then, so I'm still covered in a little bit of like mud splatter.
Yeah, splayed. Yeah, that's hilarious. I always find that there are just random things like that you can do to ease your soul and comfort your soul that you would just never generically think of. But
yeah, you think of like punching a punching bag, or like,
yeah.
Now this is so much better because it requires no actual aggression. It's just extremely satisfying to point this like powerful water gun at something and watch the grime just come away.
A feeling equivalent to Leonardo DiCaprio holding a flamethrower in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I'm sure.
Sure, yeah.
Sure. Jenny, any dangerous weaponry that you are wielding this fine day on this episode?
I mean, to be honest, not much has happened since our last episode. I did get the chance to do something kind of out of the box creatively recently, because I'm taking a slight extended break from the puppet theater. I just got too much conflicts happening for our next show. But I have the time now to go do other creative projects. So, for example, I did a creative photo shoot last night with my friend Christy Valesco. She's a local photographer here in Arizona, and she photographs a lot of kind of fantasy style or dark fantasy style work. So it'll be releasing today, actually. What our photo shoot ended up becoming was this really beautiful Brothers Grimm inspired shoot, and it's the first of several to come. We're planning for a couple more in the future. No other spoilers besides that. Okay. But I got to have a little creative, out-of-the-box fun this last week, and I was happy about that.
All right, well, go check that out. Sounds very exciting. Can't wait to see it on the gram. Let's get to, though, a very exciting person to join the podcast who has been dying to get on. Let's get to it.
This is our week to play a game, and I'm itching to play this game. I had a lot of fun creating it. But before we do that, I would like to introduce a very special guest. As you gentlemen know, we've had both my parents on the podcast, but I have a sibling that has been itching to come on the podcast for some time. So introducing my brother, RJ Reiner. RJ, how's it going, bro?
We're doing great. I'm very happy that we finally have the time to do this.
Seriously.
I know that we've been talking about it for a while. And of course, this is, finally the moment. It's that time. So let's do it.
Yes.
Let's get a cream for that itch.
Yes.
Yeah. So much itch. Now, RJ, I hear that competition runs in the family. Jenny tries to stay out of it. But have the legends been told are true? Are you going to live and die on this podcast if you win or lose this upcoming game?
Probably most likely.
Will the rest of your day be ruined?
No.
Okay, good.
It probably won't, but I will have to sulk on my drive back from California today, the entire 6 hours back. So I don't want to be thinking about that the whole time back and how I could have done better.
Excellent. Yes, absolutely. The Reiner name is on the line right here. The integrity.
Truly.
The absolute. Yes, truly. All right. So, but before we do that, Jenny, I think are we allowed? Can we ask him some questions to get to know your brother a little bit more?
Go ahead.
Fantastic. Let me start, RJ. Speaking of that trip, that brings up an excellent point that I had, especially since last week I myself had to drive all the way to San Diego. So I think that we are going to be kindred spirits in this. What is a must-have road trip snack? And this can go to anything. A snack is really whatever you want to make of it. It can be something as simple as Cheez-Its to, if it's a road trip snack, a gas station hot dog that is just habitual and necessary for any road trip. Anything in between, a taquito, goldfish. What is it that for you, RJ, needs to be there if you have a road trip impending?
Yeah, I can definitely say I brought 2 items when I came out here. I won't have them going back, though. I recently got into the elote chips from Trader Joe's. If you guys ever tried that, it's kind of like a Frito in a way, and it's got like an elote seasoning on it. That's like my number one go-to snack right now. And the other one I had was just like the peanut butter pretzel bites.
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
Classic combo.
I've got those too.
Combo.
So those are the 2 that I have, I brought with me on my last trip here. So, but the elote is number 1. I get a bag of those almost every week. It's bad.
Yeah, a brilliant function, too, of the pretzel and peanut butter to make a messy item just and mix the 2 flavor profile, just pop it in. Fantastic.
They work great. The flavor combination works great. And the key thing if you're a driver on a road trip is that it doesn't leave your hands messy.
Yes.
No.
And that is key.
The elote does get the seasoning. It does get a little bit like a Cheeto finger.
I'm talking about
but the peanut butter pretzel bites,
pretzel pillows.
Yeah.
So the poppability, man. Poppability right
so
there.
Good.
Yeah. David, since you are a kindred Trader Joe's snack man, why don't you ask your question?
I truly am a Trader Joe's snack man. Summer has finally arrived where I live, RJ, and well in the swing of things over there where you are. I understand you're in California where summer is more enjoyable than in Arizona, but you are from Arizona. This question was originally meant for Jenny, but
okay.
Since the question is, what is your favorite thing about summer?
The big thing is with summertime is that it is boiling hot. So I would say probably being able to go and kick it in the pool. And yes, there are times where the pool might get too hot, where it's almost like a jacuzzi and you can only be in for about like 10 minutes before you want to get out. I know Jenny can definitely attest to this.
Oh, yeah. Can confirm.
But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of that. It's being able to obviously come out here as well and use the time off to come to somewhere a little bit cooler. I mean, everybody from Arizona kind of does travel out to California during the summertime. So I occasionally do like to hike. I like to get up at 6 a.m. occasionally. I have some work buddies that we kind of go out hiking. We try to go at least maybe every 5 to 6 weeks, kind of something like that. So
nice.
Just trying to be a little more outdoorsy, I guess, in the worst time of the year. And I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, and then also I try to do once a year, like the river tubing, the salt river tubing. I'm also big on that
Yes.
as well. So that's another big one that you kind of you do it, you know that it's going to be great in the moment, and then it's going to suck when you drive back because you've been on the river, kind of baking away.
Dehydrated, probably drinking some more stuff, which also adds to the dehydration.
Oh
Eating a
yeah,
bunch of snacks, salty snacks that are it's like it's dehydration factors upon and factors intensifying
oh
themselves.
yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
100%.
All right. And let's get to the good stuff, the really good interview where she knows how to get to it. And Jenny, grill master, get to RJ and give us a good question to get to know him.
Yes, George Foreman Jenny Reiner is my name now.
Yeah.
We change names quickly here on the podcast. It's a question I honestly ask the most often, but I know RJ's answer to this, so I would love to have him share it on the pod. RJ, what is your go-to song at karaoke?
My go-to song at karaoke. You know this answer?
I've been around you a couple of times. We've been to karaoke. There's one particular artist you like to pick.
Yeah, there usually is. So when I do karaoke, I do more of a classical type of thing, and I like to do Frank Sinatra.
Oh, wonderful choice. Wonderful choice.
I can't remember what song it is though with you, Jane. Is it? I don't know if it's.
It might have been My Way.
It might have been My Way or Summer Wind, possibly, or New York. But yeah, usually something kind of classical. It's mainly because my vocals can't handle. I like Sinatra because he's a very monotone pitch.
Yeah.
My voice can handle that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like my
and
sister,
he does have a good
she
voice.
can go up and down and all that and the other jazz and stuff. I
Jenny
can't do
showcases.
Wow, your voice is untrained, bro. You do have a voice in there, and I do love hearing it.
that. It's in the family genes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
does the karaoke come with a performance, RJ, or are we like we're going full Frank? We're like reading off the teleprompter, living on that, dying on that for a full thing, or does it come with a little sway, maybe like a cigar, a wink and a nod to the lovely ladies of the
there'd probably
audience?
be a little bit of a stage show. I don't mind
Okay.
giving off a little bit of a tiny performance.
Okay, I love it.
There's no
I
doubt.
love it. Performance, Jenny. Let's go to the game here. What do we got cooking that you're so excited for?
So, inspired by Deadpool and Wolverine and our review last week. This is not based on the movie, by the way, because RJ hasn't seen it, so I don't want to ruin the experience for him. I do want to highlight the fact that Deadpool and Wolverine are famous for being comic book besties, superhero bromance FTW. So, this trivia game is inspired by superhero bromances or best friends in their respective universes.
Ooh.
What these multiple choice questions, I'll provide each answer. There's 3 possible answers for each question, and I'll read them to you aloud before you answer. There's 3 of us. Let's do buzzers. Just shout your names to go first.
Ooh.
But please wait until I read the entire question and all 3 answers.
Banking on that Arizona Wi-Fi to come through, baby. I got European Wi-Fi over there for David, and I got San Diego Wi-Fi. I got this. I got a built-in home field advantage here, baby. Let's go.
All right, so we're ready for our Super Besties trivia game extraordinaire.
Woo woo. Let's do it.
First to 3, and then we can have fun answering questions if we have a clear winner.
First to 3. Okay.
Question 1. While Deadpool's relationship with Wolverine is highlighted in his latest film, he's well known for being besties with another red-masked super. Out of this list, who is it? Is it A, The Flash, B, Spider-Man, or C, Red Hood?
Who would you like to go first? Oh, wait, it's Buzz.
it's Buzz.
Yeah, you
Philip.
can do buzzer. Okay,
Philip.
Philip.
I'm gonna go with Red Hood.
Red Hood, okay. Who has an answer next? It's
Boy,
a
buzzed
free-for-all.
in, right?
Oh, you can raise your hand too, RJ, if that's easier.
Well, David did say his name at the same time as Philip, so I probably get whatever the third choice he doesn't pick.
I
So-
didn't say my name. I didn't say my name. But if we're buzzing in, then surely only one person gets to answer, right?
Yes, you know what? Let's cut the buzzer thing. Maybe it's not going to work in
Okay,
this situation.
all right.
Just
But for what it's worth, I won the first buzz.
congratulations, Phil. You won the
Absolutely.
first buzz. Okay, so Philip answered already. How about RJ? You go next.
My guess is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? Okay.
Yeah, you see,
David?
I don't know, but I do know that the Flash is DC, so that doesn't work. I'm gonna say Red Hood as well.
Okay, we have 2 answers for Red Hood, 1 for Spider-Man, and one of you did get the point, and that is RJ.
Ooh.
Deadpool is
didn't know
known for,
that.
well, Spider-Man is the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So he does actually have a lot of comic book relationships with a lot of different supers. But one big one to note, who also shares a red mask with Deadpool, is good old Spider-Man. So
I
that
thought
is
Deadpool was one of the rare characters that made an appearance in both DC and Marvel because he's one of those just meta characters that I thought that he could transcend. So
yes,
that's
they do
why.
travel a lot in the comic book realm in
Oh,
different
is Red
universes.
Hood also DC?
Yes, he's
see, I didn't
Robin.
I have no
He's like
idea.
an iteration of Robin from Batman.
Didn't know that.
Question 2. Wolverine has a large inner circle in the X-Men franchise. Out of this list, which super is not buddies with Wolverine? Is it A, Professor X, B, Nightcrawler, or C, Cyclops?
RJ should go first since he has a lead.
Yes.
Was it Nightwing or Nightcrawler? Or are those two different answers?
Professor X, Nightcrawler, or Cyclops?
I'm going to say Nightcrawler. I don't know this one as
Nightcrawler?
well.
This one is kind of a tough one, but I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a challenge. You can't have all the easy ones.
Of course.
Go ahead, David.
I'll say Nightcrawler as well.
I'm going to say Nightcrawler with about 70% certainty.
Well, unfortunately, no point is given this round.
it
Nightcrawler.
I meant 68%.
Yes, Cyclops is the correct answer for this. Cyclops and X-Men are notoriously known for being enemies in the X-Men franchise. Nightcrawler and Professor
Right.
X are considered some of his closest confidants.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
It's all right. No points for that one. That's why there's 8 questions, best of 3. I knew there's going to be
I
some
was going to say,
challenging
though,
ones.
for the first question, I did see something. This is why I guessed Spider-Man, because I guess Hugh Jackman and Reynolds want to do a movie with Tom Holland.
Oh,
They've come out and
boy.
said that. So that's what my guess was Spider-Man, but I also knew he was Marvel. But I do know that they've talked
Well, I know
about it.
Deadpool is an iteration of he is like a descendant, or not a descendant necessarily, but like it's a branch
Related?
off of the Spider-Man character. Like the mask is based on Spider-Man.
Right.
So
makes sense.
yeah,
And we'll talk about this later, but yeah, we could have a whole debate about whether we deserve a Spider-Man, Deadpool, Wolverine buddy movie, because that could go deep. That can go for an hour. Let's
see.
move on to the next question. Captain America's longest bromance has been heavily featured in the MCU. Who is considered to be Captain America's best bud? Is it A, Iron Man, B, Ant-Man, or C, the Winter Soldier?
RJ, since you're in the lead, still you get to go first again.
I'm going to go with the Winter Soldier.
Ooh, tough one. Tough one. I'm gonna go with the Winter Soldier, but I'm just taking a shot out of the dark. I'm only 1% sure on
I
this.
guess I'll also go with the Winter Soldier.
Well, congratulations, gentlemen. You're all on the board. RJ still has a slight lead with 2, but Philip and David now have 1 point. Yes, it is Bucky Barnes, a.k.a. the Winter Soldier. They are known for being childhood friends and having fought together in World War II. We are on to the next one. Question 4. In the DC universe, 2 lady villains are known for having a super bond, both romantic and platonic. What are the names of these DC baddies? Is it A, Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, C, or B, Cheetah and Cersei, or C, Catwoman and Superwoman?
RJ, you still have the lead with the chance to take it all here. Go ahead,
I'm going to go A.
David.
A.
Out of question, David, did you want to explain like how you just knew? Like it sounds like you're pretty confident.
No,
in that.
I think RJ seems
Yeah.
to know his stuff, so I'm just copying.
Yeah, I
RJ.
know.
I need to go last.
I know. No, actually, this one I know as well. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I also.
Yeah.
Okay, well, gentlemen, you naughty boys, you're all correct. It's Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. Yes,
Harley
she's now Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, slay baby. RJ, the family name, my guy. You have restored the faith. Congratulations.
That win happened a lot faster than I anticipated. But if you guys want, we can keep going and see how many points y'all can get.
Sure,
Yeah, we
why
might as well
not?
finish it. Let's do it.
Might as
Yeah,
well.
so congratulations, RJ.
Jane, do they know where I've been at the last couple days?
Yes, they do.
Okay, just want to make sure.
We've heard rumor, yes. By the time this will be over, but yes, at Comic-Con, is that correct, RJ?
Yes,
Yeah. There we go.
Okay, well, let's continue on, gentlemen, to finish out the list here. Question 5. Which two super besties end up becoming super rivals in their comic books, in their universe? Is it A, Colossus and Dark Phoenix, B, Professor X and Magneto, or C, Rocket Raccoon and Groot?
David, why don't you go first on this?
It's Professor X and Magneto.
Professor X and Magneto for me as well. And
You're down 3 times.
Excellent. Well, you all got the question right. That is correct. In the X-Men universe, Professor X and Magneto are known for being close buddies that end up becoming super rivals. So,
super duper.
You all have, I think David and Phil have 3, RJ has 4. Which super besties each had their own MCU show launch on Disney Plus before coming together as a team in the series The Defenders? Is it A, Bucky Barnes and the Falcon, B, Luke Cage and Iron Fist, or C, Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel?
I haven't answered one in a while, first at least, so I'll go first. I'm going to go with Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Okay.
RJ, you go second. Oh, sure, David.
Oh, sorry, I was just jumping in there. Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Since there's no stakes, you know?
Yeah.
I'm the one that's got stakes, but I think just to stay safe, I probably should go with what they've went, because then if they miss it, then
Oh
I
my
miss
gosh.
it too,
Okay.
you know?
Okay.
Except in the question you said Disney Plus, right? Oh, sorry, RJ. Continue.
Yeah, I'm gonna go B as well, though. I don't think it's A.
Gentlemen, you are all correct. Luke Cage and Iron Fist each have their individual shows on Disney Plus that later...
Except those were Netflix shows.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
Netflix shows?
Yeah,
Oops.
they were Netflix shows. Yeah.
That's my bad. Well, they each, to prove the point again, they all had their own shows, and then they
That's why I
were
was confused.
all brought on. But didn't they get added to Disney Plus later?
Yeah, maybe because
Yeah, they're-
Disney revoked like the rights to those characters from Netflix or whatever. So
Yeah.
now I think you can watch them.
You can
Disney
find
Plus,
them
but
all
they
on-
were Netflix produced shows.
That was
including
my bad.
Defenders actually.
That was my bad, but yes, now they
no
all
worries.
do exist on Disney Plus, so you can watch their shows there. Next question: Which extremely popular Caped Crusaders from the DC universe are proof that opposites attract? Is it A, Aquaman and Wonder Woman, B, Cyborg and Green Lantern, or C, Superman and Batman?
This could be the stumper.
Yeah, this could be the one. RJ, I don't think you've gone first in a while. Why don't you go first?
I'm gonna go
Cyborg
C.
and Green Lantern.
Cyborg and Green Lantern.
I'm gonna go C.
David?
Cyborg and Green Lantern. Why not?
What's
Look at our confidence just drop.
Yeah, I know. What was option A one more time?
Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
I guess what's the point of that opposite? Like wet and invisible car? Like what's that opposite? I'm gonna go
I'm
with
saying.
I'm gonna go with Batman and Superman because powers, not powers. Is that what we're talking?
Yes, so Batman and Superman are considered very close friends in the DC universe, but they are often considered complete opposites of each other.
Yeah.
Different fighting style, different beliefs, but yet here they are making a team called the Justice League. So that is the correct answer, Superman and Batman. Final question on the board here. Spider-Man has, I mentioned before, Spider-Man has a lot of super pals in his corner besides Deadpool. Out of this list, which super young superhero is also known for having a bond with Spidey? Is it A, Human Torch, B, Robin, or C, Cyborg?
David, I don't think you've gone first in a little bit.
Human Torch. I'm gonna say.
RJ?
I'm gonna go C.
We're gonna go with Human Torch.
All right, for those who have chosen Human Torch, you have gotten the correct answer.
Boom.
I didn't get the chance to understand how they have a super bond, but they're super young superheroes and they are best of friends. So that is the end of our Super Besties trivia. Ooh. Congratulations, RJ, for claiming that win this morning on our recording. You are killing it, bro. Love you. Thanks for joining
The Reiner
us.
family name is restored to glory.
Still hold the title, absolutely.
For RJ to know, both mom and dad when they were on the show. They both lost their
That is true.
games.
Yes.
Their
So
trivias.
you are the only reigning Reiner right now that has won. So
Of course.
congratulations.
Of course.
As
There
written.
we go.
As written.
As the prophecy has been foretold. Well, RJ, thank you so much for joining us amidst a very busy Comic-Con week as well. A very eventful one, certainly. And
I know.
And ironically, so we've heard, just because this is a sister episode to Deadpool Wolverine, you have been negligent as of the time of this recording to not see it because of your trip, right? Like that's played into it. Ironically, you going to Comic-Con has not allowed you to have the time to be able to see it. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much. So I had tickets both Friday and Saturday. The panel was obviously Thursday night. I didn't know because you buy the tickets way months in advance for which days. So yeah, they played the movie in Hall H, which is like the big ballroom theater where you can you know, reserve tickets to go see it. And then they did like a light show display from Petco Park afterwards once the panel was over. So Hugh Jackman was there, Ryan Reynolds was there, all the big, you know, headline people. Obviously, I think some of the people, I didn't look at much of the videos. There was obviously some of the cameo people that were in the movie as well also showed up. So that's the big thing. But I tried not to look at too much because I'm going to try and go see it when I get home tonight with a couple of buddies of mine. And then obviously last night, the big reveal, or was it 2 nights ago, you know, RDJ making a comeback. So I was going to sign up for that as well, but then we wanted to go out and grab dinner instead in Little Italy. So I did not go. So I was highly disappointed in myself. I'm like, okay, next time I just need to go. Like it don't matter.
Just stay.
Foot down.
Yeah, park in it. Well, hopefully next year there's as monumental news, earth-shattering news as RDJ returning. We shall see. I don't know if they have any more of those cards up their sleeves, but it was still monumental. Glad you're enjoying your time out there. Hopefully you enjoy the movie and get ready and get a nice Deadpool popcorn bucket in there to just
They're all sold out
into.
Now, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they were selling the popcorn things at because they had a Comic-Con booth or one of the booths where the vendors were selling them. Yeah, you could buy them.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Well, RJ, let Jenny know so that way we can figure out what your review is. That way we can cross-examine and make sure that it aligns with what we as the podcast have viewed and seen it as and all that good stuff. RJ, have fun on your vacation. Thank you for joining us on the podcast. Long time, long anticipated. Glad you came on.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys again. And then, I got to get packed and then we're probably going to leave here in the next probably 2 or 3 hours, something like that. But again, thank you guys again for having me on and I'm sorry for keeping my crown.
Safe travels.
Never apologize for being a winner, bro. All right, bye, bro. Bye. That slaps. Today, we are doing one of my favorite segments where we each bring some new piece of content to the table that we enjoyed recently. Mine this week is a song. You get to experience a lot of new music when you road trip, and a song and artist that I discovered recently, thanks to said road trip to Los Angeles recently, was a duo called Emotional Oranges. Vibe is very lo-fi hip-hop, I would categorize. I could be wrong. They have a great sound, very similar to Frank Ocean, in particular the male singer in the duo. They have a great collection. I've had the chance to listen to all of it, but one in particular that stands out to me is West Coast Love. Go give West Coast Love by Emotional Oranges a listen. That slaps.
As this is a sister episode to Deadpool and Wolverine, the movie that we saw opening weekend, it has been since then that I cannot get a song out of my head, and that song is Like a Prayer by Madonna. It was epic, taking away just the choir just to go, again, married to Hugh Jackman's bulging, wet and moist abs, bulging as the power of friendship overcomes all. I just couldn't get the song out of my head, of course, is what I couldn't get out. So I will say Like a Prayer by Madonna is my That Slaps this week because that slaps.
Well, I haven't seen a lot that slaps or seen or heard a lot of new stuff that slaps recently, but I did watch a movie that I quite enjoyed, not winning any Oscars, and yet it was fun, did everything I expected it to, and did it to a very good level for the movie that it is, and that was Twisters. My own selection.
Wow.
For the blockbuster draft, I went. I didn't go on opening weekend because I couldn't. I went on the Monday after opening weekend, so I couldn't contribute to my own score even by the amount of 15 euros. But it was good. I really enjoyed it for a disaster movie that it is. It played with physics to a level that I'm not sure how accurate it was, and I don't know if I appreciate when movies make shit up like that. But as a movie, it slaps. So go check it out.
Well, we've reached the ending of our super duper double 2-week episodes highlighting all of the goodness of comic lore. But to close out today, we have a few people to thank first.
Thank you to Cass and Crossland and Jake Corlang for the music that you hear on the show.
Thanks to Ryan Ardell, Josh Hans for a lot of the audio bits you hear throughout the show.
Thank you to Rudy Chuck for all of your wonderful graphics you see in all of our socials. And thank you to you super fans. Thank you for always tuning in, for following our content, for taking a listen. We really appreciate you guys always being here with us. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Why don't you stay a while? You can keep following us on all of our social media platforms, to our Instagram, to our TikTok at Roasted Toast Pod. You can also find us in all various streaming platforms, as per usual. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Google, but not Pandora. The villain of this episode is Pandora, because screw you, Pandora.
I thought Jenny's game was excellent. Yeah, so did I. But I didn't get why she completely omitted Spider-Man's best friend. Who? Are you talking about Mary Jane? No, Bear Man.